welcome back to another episode of Sense of the Podcast. My name is Anna. It's another beautiful Friday, and your girl is back again. Those of you listening to me for the first time, those of you coming across my podcast for the first time, Uncensored Anna is a podcast where adults meet to discuss certain topics in sex, get candid about relationships, and have unfiltered conversations on adulting without judgment or shame. In a nutshell, this is a place where we meet to discuss things that affect us as adults, and today I've got another juicy story time for you guys. As always, your girl was scrolling the streets of Instagram. I always do that. And I came across this thread on this page called, I think, The Diary of a Nigeria Girl. And I'm like, okay, why not share this with you, get your opinion, get your thoughts, and yeah, give my 2 cents as well, as I always do. Okay, so let's get right into it. So the caption reads, should I tell him that his father asked me out too? And I'm like, hold up, something juicy is coming, you know? Let me get right into the story, okay? Hi, please, I hope you read this. I don't know if some things are fate or you can just let go. I used to share an office building with an older man for a year. He asked me out and all that. He was married and still married with grown children and all. He chased me for a long time and even bought me gifts. Did you get them gifts, sis? Did you collect them gifts, sis? And even bought me gifts. But it is not my thing to date married men. I hear you. Anyway, I resigned from the company, and this December, I met this man at a party. And I went to greet him and he introduced me to his son. The son started asking me out, and he's a good man in every way. Now at this stage, I don't know what to do because he's a perfect age I want, and he's ready to get married. Plus, he's an amazing guy. You know, when you're in that state, the confusion, the dilemma is just something else. But yeah, let's keep going. Every day since that day we met, he has come to see me and we have been close. I'm ready to date him now, but I don't know. It's just weird. Should I tell him about his father? I didn't do anything wrong, but I don't know how it will feel. Or should I just let go? Should I just let go? That man was really on my case. And on that day at the wedding party in December, he was winking at me again. Please, what do I do? Should I tell the son? Will everything be the same between us? Whew. Let me just get that, all out. I cannot say that I understand where she's coming from or the dilemma that she's in right now, because I've never been in a situation like this, so I do not understand. I want to say that categorically. But since she's asking what she should do, in my opinion, I feel like any relationship with a foundation built on lies would eventually crumble, If you build a relationship on lies, the foundation of your relationship is built on lies, it will eventually crumble. So here's the thing. You didn't do anything with the dad. You never accepted his advances. You never dated him. You didn't do anything like that. I know you're scared. I know it's sometimes scary when you find that person that you feel like, this is my person. I like this guy. This guy has all the qualities that I want. This guy is ready to settle down. This guy likes me, loves me, and all of that. And there's that one thing that you feel like, if I say this, it's going to mess up what we have. And if I don't say it, maybe it will not come out eventually. But everything comes out eventually. It will come to light. Especially this particular one, because the man is his father. And you don't want the situation whereby this man continues to make advances at you even while you're married, and you're unable to say it now because you kept the secret from the very start. So my advice would be, tell him. I know, guys. I know it is scary. It is scary because you feel like you might lose him. But if he's a mature person and he knows that you didn't do anything with his father, he just asked you out, then both of you can now decide on how to handle the situation. That's if he is a mature person. Okay? It is better for him to know now, at the very early stage. I know that you like him, but with time, when you guys start to get to know each other, when he's showing you all the love, he's been there for you, you're showing him love, you get deeper into it. And then it becomes more difficult when he finds out, not from you, that this happened and this has been happening. Then you feel the hurt even more. It's at the early stage now, I suppose. So I think it is better you tell him now that, let's start whatever thing that we're looking to start on a clean slate. This is what happened, this is how it happened, and this is what happened. I never dated your dad, but at some point your dad was asking me out. And even on that day at the party, he winked at me or whatnot. I know it's a difficult thing to do because now you're talking about his father, That's another thing to consider. It is his dad. You don't know how close he is to his dad. You don't know the connection that he had. So it's another difficult part, to say that, oh, you are asking me out, your dad also asked me out. It's a bit touchy. It's a bit confusing. It's a bit scary. So I understand why you're confused. But if you're going to start a relationship with him and not his dad, I think it is best you tell him that his dad asked you out at some point. So not when you are married and the man is still making advances that he can use that against you. Okay, that's the one thing you should know. He can use that against you, and you would have no say because you had the opportunity to tell him and you did not. If he's a guy who is mature, who actually really loves you and know that you did not date or sleep with his father, it will go on with the relationship. It might take a while. He might have to process things, take it all in, go through his feelings and understand how he's feeling. Is this something I want to do? Maybe speak to his dad. He might want to do that. But if he's someone that really loves you and he knows that, there's no harm. Your dad asked me out, I didn't date him, I didn't sleep with him. It's not like I did anything with him. I'm sure he will come around. But then again, you should understand that not telling him comes with some sort of consequences. Telling him as well may or may not come with consequences, because if you're dealing with a person that is not emotionally mature in that sense, if you know what I mean, he might use that against you constantly. He might constantly use that truth against you, in the sense that if you greet his dad some type of way, especially if he's a guy that is insecure, if you greet his dad some type of way when you guys are married or you guys are dating, you read meaning to it. It might read meaning to it. Oh, why did you greet my dad like that? Why were you smiling at him like that? Why was my dad smiling at you like that? So you also have to understand that saying the truth sometimes comes with consequences. Not telling the truth also comes with consequences. It depends on the person that you're dealing with. If you're dealing with a man who is emotionally mature, who is mature in his ways, who is not insecure, right? You may not have that problem of, him reading meaning to everything. When you speak to his dad, or when you're sitting down with his dad and talking about something, he's reading meaning to it, or is he asking you out again? Why is he winking at you? Why is he looking at you that way? You may not have that. So you need to first understand the person that you are going into a relationship with. If you are thinking of going into a relationship with him, how emotionally mature is he? Have a conversation about it. Maybe throw it to him as a scenario, something that happened with someone, and hear what he says first. Then go ahead and tell him, just give him this scenario. Babe, I want to ask something. I want your opinion on this, on this thing. So and so was, working somewhere. This man asked her out, and then now the son is asking her out. Blah blah blah. What do you think she should do? Do you think she should tell him? Do you think it's a good idea? Do you think it's not a good idea? Try and ask that question. Put that scenario to him in a way that it does not start to sort of suspect that you're talking about him. Maybe put that to him. Just put it to him. This is a scenario. This happened to someone, or I read the story somewhere, and I'm like, babe should really tell the guy. What do you think? Do you think it's a good idea? So you hear what he has to say. Then from that, you can now sort of maybe gauge or measure how he's going to react when you tell him. Even though I know that sometimes it's easier said than done, we can say things when we're not in the position, when we're not, it's not our battle. My brother will always say, it's easy to be brave when it's not your battle to fight. When it's not your battle, you're brave. When it's your battle, you're not as brave, So sometimes he might say it because it's not him, it's not the one going through all of the emotions. He might say, oh, I know, yes, you should really tell him, if he's a mature guy, if he's someone who really loves her, he wouldn't say anything to it. And then when you tell him, you might get a different reaction, or you might get a different reaction from him, because now he's the one going through all of the emotions. He's the one having to think, oh, does my father like her? Or if I marry her, will there be problems? Do I now stop my father from coming to my house, or from coming to visit? How will I handle this? If I see them talking together, what will I think? He's the one now going through all of the emotions. So it's not an easy thing. I know I'm confusing you at this point. That's if you get to see this video. I know it's confusing at this point, but I think, in my honest opinion, I think you should tell him, because like I said earlier, you don't want your relationship to be built on the foundation of lies and deceit. You're not deceiving him, like maybe you're lying to him that you love him, or you dated his father and you're like, no. But this is something that's an important information that he should know. Because we've seen in movies, I know those are movies, but these things happen where maybe the girl dated the father before, or the father had, made advances at her before and she didn't tell the husband, and now the man is coming to make advances at her in his son's home, and she can't say Jack because she lied the whole time. Now how is she going to come and say your father is making advances at me? Yeah, so let him know. Tell him that, this is what happened. Before I met you, before I even knew that you existed, your dad asked me out. I did not date him. I never agreed to his advances. I never slept with him or anything like that. I just thought you should know, because I don't want to start this relationship on the foundation of lies. I don't want to start by lying to you. I want to be as plain and as open as possible. I know it's gut-wrenching. I know it's terrifying. But if that guy really loves you, it might take a moment, like I said. But he will understand, and it won't be a problem. But then again, you should also know that it might, in a way, make him insecure, especially if he's an insecure person. If he's not a person that is like truly secure. Even when you're a secure person, there are situations where it will shake you a bit. You might also understand, keep in mind that sometimes when he sees you talking to his dad, or when he sees his dad talking to you, when you greet his father, when he says hi to you, there are times where he might read meaning to it, because now he knows that the father liked you, maybe probably still likes you. Now he might read meaning to it. Well, why is he looking at her like that? Why did she smile at him like that? Is there something to it? It might just be like a quick thought, right? It might not be something that would last for a long time. It might just be a quick thought, but it might be there. That's something you should also consider. Or no, not even consider. I still stand on the fact that you should let him know that this was the situation before you, and it might be possible that he still likes me. I don't know, but I don't have any intentions of doing anything with you, Dad. I just thought to let you know. I still stand on the fact that you should tell him, but I just want you to have this at the back of your mind. You might say, okay, I can't do this, I love my dad too much, or I don't want issues, I want to take myself out of this, and that's fine. It will hurt. Just so you know, it will hurt. But at least you know that you don't have anything holding your chest so tight when you're in a relationship with him. When every time you see his dad, you act very awkward, because it is bound to happen. When you see his father sometimes and he's there, you might act really awkward without even knowing that you're doing that. So at least you know that you've put it out there and you've told him and you've gotten that out of your chest or off your chest. So you guys can now decide, sit down. If he wants to move on with the relationship, you can now sit down and have a conversation on how you want things to go. But don't hide it from him. It's scary, I know. You're scared of losing him. But it might get worse when you've gotten deep into the relationship and then he finds out, but not from you. It will hurt him more. And it will hurt you even more, because you've gotten deeper into the relationship. You like him more now. You're probably in love with him. Head over heels in love with him. And now he's saying he can't do this. Why? Because you lied to him. I always advise that when you're in a relationship with someone, when you're going into a relationship with someone, lay your cards on the table. This is me. This is what I've been through. This is what I've gone through. Especially if that thing directly affects the person you're going into a relationship with, let them know. The worst that can happen is the person will say, I can't do this. I'm not interested anymore. And you will find your person. That's just the truth. You will eventually find your person. It will hurt. It will take a moment, maybe a week or two, a month, 3, a year maybe. It depends on who you are or who the person is to you. But eventually, you'll find your person. Okay? But don't hide things from people that you know directly affects them that you're going into a relationship with. If you know that, you don't know if you can have children, let that person know. If it's something that directly affects them, whatever the case may be, something that if you dated his brother before without even knowing that they were brothers, if it directly affects the person, or you dated her sister before without knowing they're sisters, if it directly affects the person that you're going into a relationship with, let them know. It's not easy. Might I add, it is not an easy thing to do. It will never be an easy thing to do, because saying this truth or saying this thing out might mean you lose that person. But sometimes they may understand and stay. If that person goes, maybe they're not your person. Maybe they were never your person in the first place, right? So don't go into a relationship with lies. Don't do that. Don't do that. If it directly affects your partner or soon-to-be partner, please let them know. The worst that can happen is that they will say they're not interested anymore, they can't do this anymore, and then you cry for a few days, you cry for a month or 2, or maybe a year if you're like that, but you will get over it and you will find your person eventually. Okay, so let him know. But also have it at the back of your mind that there might be consequences as well, depending on who the person is. Like I already stated, depending on who the person is, you might get insecure, it might, nitpick and, sort of attack you if you not attack as in physical. Like, it might, read meaning to you saying hi to his dad, or all of those might happen. So there's so many things for you to also have at the back of your mind. Not consider, because when I say consider, it means I'm saying, for me, it sounds like I'm saying these are the things you should think about before you decide to either tell him or not tell him. I'm saying let him know. That's non-negotiable. Letting him know is non-negotiable. You let him know, but have it at the back of your mind that letting him know might mean he doesn't want to see you anymore. He doesn't want to get involved with you romantically anymore. Letting him know might mean he will trust you, right? And then appreciate you for telling him the truth and still continue to have a relationship with you and have a conversation with you on how you guys can deal with the situation. Letting him know might mean that if he's an insecure person, there might be some problems when you say hi to his dad or the guy says hi to you. He might read meaning to things that are not even there because he already has an information that, the father likes you or liked you or still likes you, whatever the case may be. Letting him know might also be that maybe he's a secure person and he doesn't take that to heart, and he will protect you just in case his father is whatnot. He might protect you, or he will protect you. So just have that at the back of your mind when you tell him. But telling him is non-negotiable to me, because I've always been one person, at least recently, I don't know, I feel like I'm called to just mend relationships. I don't know, but I don't know, man. Don't mind me. But I love to see, like I always say, I love to see thriving relationships, and I feel like, and I've always been one to advocate for people telling people exactly what you want. Tell a person the truth, what you want from the start. It may not be easy. Trust me, it may not be easy. But you also have to understand that, whether or not you're dealing with a person that's emotionally mature, but it will not be easy. It may not be easy. But it is better you tell a person from the start that, especially if it directly affects them, this is who I am, this is what I want, this is what I am looking for, so they know. Because to me, I feel like if we're able to fully, state our intentions, tell our truth and say, okay, this is what I'm looking for now, I'm not ready for anything serious, we'll find people who are in that particular space as us, who are in that mind space as us, and everyone will be fine. And people who are looking for something serious will find something serious. So if you're looking for something serious and you're trying to build a home with someone, you're trying to build a life with someone, you're trying to grow with someone, have kids with someone, you're thinking of a lifetime commitment with someone, don't start the foundation on lies. It will crumble right before your eyes, whether or not you like it. It will crumble. It might take a while, which is even more painful, because maybe now you have kids with this person, maybe now you've gone deep with this person. It's even more painful when that happens. It will crumble right before your eyes. So it's better you tell people truths about things that directly affect them. They will either stay or they will go, and life will continue. It might take a while, but life will continue, and eventually your person will find you. Okay, this is my 2 cents. Please let me know what you think in the comments. What do you think she should do? I think non-negotiable, let him know the truth, because you didn't even do anything wrong. You didn't sleep with him, you didn't have a relationship with him, he just asked you out, so it's not a big deal, right? So let him know. That's what I would say, or that would be my advice to you. If you're seeing this, if you're watching this, please let him know. Don't hide it from him. Don't pretend nothing happened. Let him know the truth. Yes, it's a touchy subject because it's his dad, but I think he deserves to know. So let me know what you think in the comments. Share your thoughts. What do you think my girl should do? What do you think she should do? What would you advise her to do? If you were in her situation, what would you do? Right? So let us get talking in the comments. Guys, please don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, guys. What's happening? What's happening? Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. It's Uncensored with Ene. same thing. And on Instagram, it is Uncensored W. If you want to know me personally, you want to, see me and see everything that I do, you want to get closer to me, it is just JHUSD_style on Instagram. Please follow me. Let us have so much fun. Let us have fun. Let us, talk about these things, share our 2 cents, share ideas, and just, advise each other, okay? Okay. Until I come your way again. I don't know why I'm so excited today, but I'm excited, guys. I am. Are you happy for me? Because I'm happy for me. I'm happy for me. Okay. Until I come your way again, I remain Ene, and this is Uncensored Ene. Bye, loves. Bye. Guys, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Turn on that notification bell so you get notified when I post a new video. How did I forget that, though? How? Yeah, I'm still getting used to this thing, okay? I'm still getting used to it. But yeah, bye guys.